Hey there, wild ones. Welcome or welcome back to that Wild Sparky YouTube channel. Kat here with a new collective timeless reading, meaning that all the messages on this channel are for all the signs, all the people, all the time, and that no matter when you come across this message, when the time is, or what sign you are, or even where you are in the world, that these messages are for you. I do hope you are having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you amazingly. Most of the messages on this channel are love readings, so if you are looking at love or what might be happening or coming in for you in love, this message might just be for you. All right, we're going to shuffle this handwritten deck a few more times, and then we're going to jump on in and see what needs to come through for you for this timeless message. Whew, I hope life is going amazing. I said that, but it just feels like it needs to be said again. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. Somebody has something that they want to say. There's a new understanding. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right, wild ones. Somebody has something that they're going to. There's going to be somebody that's coming back or coming through, or that you're going to be talking to, or is going to reach out. They have. It feels like they have some. It feels like it's going to be apologies. Okay, feels like it's going to be apologies. It feels like the energy feels muddled. It feels like grasping at energy, like the energy that I'm feeling, the deep breath, right? It feels like somebody is grasping. The first card that you have is mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. See, it feels like they're going to come back with an apology. It feels like something's going to, something is going to transpire. This person's going to pop up. They're going to message you. They're going to call you. They're going to show up somewhere. They're going to DM you, whatever this might be, wild ones. But it might even be that they reach out to your parents, your family, your friends, somebody to kind of see how it might be, because they do have regrets. I wish this never happened. Okay, they have regrets. Now you can see that this image is facing towards this one, so the regrets are the mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. There's something that somebody did that really created a wedge, that created a separation, that created a rip or a tear, a rift, whatever it may be. A lot of mistakes were made, and they have a lot of regrets. So they're wanting to come back through. They're wanting to apologize. They're wanting to right the wrongs. They're wanting and wishing that it never happened. This never happened. So specifically, whatever this is for you, they've been daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. Okay. They have been daydreaming. And again, this one's more forward facing, but it still is kind of going this way. They've been daydreaming, longing for you. They're wanting to come back. They want that connection back. They want to have that energy or the feelings that they get when they're in your energy. However this comes through for you, but they very much, there's a lot of wanting, pulling, attempting to pull at your energy or to pull you back towards them. Now this whole row is that way. Okay, it's all going back to whatever the mistakes were. So there were mistakes made, things that they wish they could right, things that they wish that never happened. They are deep in their thoughts, deep in their head, deep in regret and longing for you. It's like they're aching. This person is aching for you here, wild ones. They got in their ego. Okay, I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Okay, so the separation, however this is coming through, this didn't end very amicably, right? This was a messy, very loud, very angry, it feels like, ending. Okay, and they really They let their ego, their pride, their whatever they, and it's almost as if, here's what I'm getting. This person, whoever this person, they were in the wrong, right? It says right here, I wish I could right my wrongs. They have regrets. They've been daydreaming, longing for you, but their ego got loud. Okay, their ego, someone's ego got loud here, wild ones, and they let it come in between the connection. They thought that the grass was greener. They thought that they were going to be able to have do be whatever, and potentially they thought that you were just going to be there, that you were just going to always be there. You were always going to have their back. You were always going to show up. You were always going to forgive them. You were always get right. And that's where the wanting to correct their mistakes. Now, they actually could be writing you a letter, a love letter, an apology letter, something. We talked about them reaching out, but they created this, okay? Unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned, right? See, they didn't expect you to actually walk away, to sever, to pull away, to separate. They thought that you were always going to be there no matter what kind of shit they pulled, okay? They did. See, both of these are facing. They always thought that you were going to be there. That you, right? These are looking back towards the mistakes and the things, okay? Back, daydreaming, longing, wanting. But within this, the ego and the unexpected outcome, it didn't go as planned. They thought you were always going to be there. Now, something else I want you to pay attention to here, wild ones, is that all of these cards here have imagery of female energy, okay? So notice what that means. Okay, I mean, you could be the female, it could be a female that, however, but all of these cards are feminine energy. Okay, so that means something. That means something. Okay, so you also have disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. Now, this is the first one that has a female and a male image within it, or energy within it. Okay. I wish you understood how I feel. So this is really them being in their ego again. Okay. It feels very much like they are like, all this stuff happened and all these things, and I thought you were going to be there, and I just wish you could understand how I feel. But it doesn't feel like, I mean, they wish they could right their wrongs. They wish it never happened. They're always longing for you. They're in their pride. Things didn't go the way they planned. It still sounds very much me, me, me. We had a reading that came through within this as well. Within kind of this energy, but I don't know if it was on this channel or the main channel, Stars Aligned Oracle, one or the other, but it came through very recently. This person very much about themselves. I. Every single one. Well, this one says things didn't go the way I planned, but all of these say I, okay? So it's very much from their point of view. They wish they could write it. They wish it didn't happen. They are always longing for you. Right? There's not any energy of you within this. Okay? Very much. They wanted their cake and eat it too. Somebody wanted their cake and eat it too. Okay? Even at the bottom of the deck. This feels like you. Space. I need more time to think. This feels like you coming through here, wild ones. And this is also a feminine energy coming through here. This is the only one that has that masculine energy, or a male image being shown. Okay, all the rest are feminine. So this could have to do with potentially, it could be a female narcissist coming through here. I don't say that word very often, or I don't bring it up in messages here, or it's somebody who, is very much in their feminine energy, whether, or if you're masculine, this could be that person coming through here, right? Very feminine. But this is, look, these ones are looking here, these ones are looking, this one is looking backwards, like the opposite way, right? Almost like it's that energy of turning the back on because there needs to be more time. Now there's a light flickering, which is very weird and random. So something very weird and random. It could be like the light bulb comes on, or you're seeing something, or you understand something, or somebody else is, okay? However this is, but you also have under that soul tie, I always feel connected to you, okay? I always feel connected to you. So however this comes through here, wild ones, this energy, it feels very one-sided, but this person, they wanted their cake and eat it too. They wanted all of the things to come through. Now, see, that's just confirmation. I don't know if you can see that flickering, but it's like this confirmation that this person, they just thought you were always going to be there. They thought that you weren't going to turn away. Okay, you have I miss you. Well, yeah, I mean that shows here, but is it the energy of you that they miss, or right? This is very muddled. Embracing connection, okay? They want to embrace that connection now because they let their ego get in the way of it before. Now they're ready to embrace it. But, I mean, is it the real deal, or is it just because you actually walked away? Because they wanted all the things. They wanted all the things. And they just thought that you would continue to give that. Goodness gracious. This one says, I'm waiting to make my move. Okay, so they're coming in. Somebody is going to be coming in. Could you love me? Okay, it almost feels like again should be on the end there. Could you love me again? Okay, they're just waiting to come in, thinking of you. Okay, thinking about you. Yes, they are. My heart still whispers your name. It feels like they are missing you. There's an emptiness, a space, missed opportunity. Okay, maybe they saw you, maybe you saw them, and they didn't just jump at the chance, but it feels like there's a potential that you still felt very angry, very hurt, and very standoffish. Like maybe you saw them and you just turned right around, right? Put your back to them and was like, nope, I need space. I still got to figure this out. I still got to think. I still got to, figure this out. Or, I mean, there could be that energy. Maybe you friend zoned them. Maybe you're like, nope, this isn't going to happen. Not it today, not it tomorrow, this person. Or you could have light hair. I hope you can see that light flickering. Too much pressure. That feels like where you're at. This person, again, wanted their cake and eat it too, and thought that you were going to just hang out, just be there, just allow it, just always show up, always take them back, always listen to their excuses or whatever it may be, whatever mistakes, whatever the energy was. But for them, they could have felt like it was too much pressure, but I feel like you may have as well been like, you know what? I need my space. I got to turn my back to this. I got to turn away from this because it's too much pressure. I thought this would go away. So see, they probably were like, oh, well, but their ego is, they're still in that space of wanting you back, of that connection, of that, but it feels like regret. Okay, it feels like regret, almost like if they could fix it, right? If they could, they wish they could right their wrongs. If they could fix it, then everything would be fine, and then it could go back to wanting their cake and eating it too. Okay, wasted time. See, they feel like they're wasting time, or it's a wasted time for you not to be together and not just to let them do what they want, is what is coming through. And James is a name coming through here. Okay. So this really could be, right? It's almost like this energy of somebody doing all the things and stuff, and then when you turned around and decided that you weren't going to do it anymore, you weren't going to be with them anymore, or whatever this was, or that they were very much about themselves, then they were like, oh, hey, you know what? I actually hurt my own feelings. Could you come in and help me feel better? I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Your name could be James. Their name could be James. James could be the other person, because again, lots of feminine energy here. This could just be James. Okay. Or a feminine, right? James can be male or female. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to leave that there. I hope it did resonate. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share these videos, like these videos. It helps other people to be able to see it, and it helps the channel if you subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. All right, I'll leave it there. I'll see you in the next one.